I don't even need to say it. You already know. It is my favorite time of the year. The Sephora savings event is here just ahead of the holiday season, where all of the wonderful sets that already tend to be a better value are at an even better value. It's just the best time of year for my fellow beauty lovers. It's a great time to stock up on all of your favorites from Sephora. Treat yourself, treat others to gifts. This is a time to start thinking, don't procrastinate like I do every single year. If you can think ahead, get some good deals on some gifts for your friends and family. Now is the time to think about it because the Sephora savings event is here. So a huge thank you to Sephora for sponsoring today's video. I am going to show you my first round of orders here. You know, I make multiple orders. I like to go into store, see what stands out to me in person, and then things will come into my mind during the duration of the event. Then I'll place another order, and then I watch other people's hauls, and then I place another order. So this is just the beginning, but these were the items that I'm knocking off my list that I knew I wanted right away. Details. To shop the Sephora savings event, you must be a Sephora Beauty Insider. I will have the link to join in the description box. It's free, tracks all your purchases and orders, and then you can earn and redeem points for fun gifts, samples, and whatnot throughout the year. I've gotten a lot of questions about the dates, so if you are in the Rouge tier, all Rouge members, you are going to get 20% off starting on October 31st. And Rouge members, of course, are going to get that first access before all of the other tiers. I did also see you can bring a friend and then give them a one-time use code for 20% off as well. So choose that special friend that you want to share with my fellow Rouge members. Then VIBs, you guys are going to get 15% off starting on November 4th. And then Insiders will get 10% off also starting on November 4th. All of this is running until November 10th. But if you are a Sephora Beauty Insider, meaning any tier, all Sephora collection is going to be 30% off from October 31st to November 10th, which Sephora collection, by the way, they've been putting out some good items, really trendy, very high quality. There's this blush trio that I really love from them that I've tried recently, so perk up your ears. Take a look at the Sephora collection stand for sure. So if you're shopping online, you're going to use the code EVERYTHING to shop. And of course, that's with free shipping and returns. And you know, there are so many ways to shop. You can buy online, pick up in store, you can go in person, you can just order online. So let me show you what I got. All of the products that I'm mentioning today will be linked in the description box and can be found at Sephora and Sephora.com. And I got some good stuff. This is the stuff like right away I knew I wanted to get off my list and take advantage of this event for. So let's get into it, you guys. So for the winter hydration for my skin, because it is starting to get colder out, so my skin is starting to get drier. And what I'm noticing, matte skin is going to be in this year, but I have dry skin, so I need to keep my skin hydrated. So I've been buying a lot of like sheet masks and stuff, and I really like the Sephora collection sheet masks. These are actually under eye masks. These are the anti-dark circles eye masks. I like an eye mask too. It really helps the concealer sit nicer on the skin when you don't want to do the whole shebang all over the face. And I like this one because it has ingredients to help with darkness and like purple and blue on the under eyes, which I'm starting to notice. So these are always fun to throw in. I think I have another one. Yes, I do, that I'll share later in the video. But I wanted this for some makeup prep, so I picked this up. Super affordable because it's Sephora collection, meaning it will be 30% off. But this is one of the things that I picked up that I'm excited to try. Then I picked up the new LYS Beauty Bright Start Creamy Buildable Coverage Airbrush Concealer. I picked it up in the shade LN3, and this looks really nice. It looks very smoothing. It has a little bit more of a matte finish, and it's supposed to have buildable coverage. So far, I really enjoyed the way that it looked. I think it meshed well with the foundation that I used that I'll talk about later on, but it has that classic triangle LYS packaging. It has a sponge applicator that you twist, and then it comes out of, and it just applied really easily. If you're shade match with me, LN3 is a fantastic shade. Obviously, We're in the beginning stages of testing this, but so far I think my under eyes are looking phenomenal. I think, the coverage I did notice was buildable, but it's not full coverage from the start. So far I'm not noticing any creasing or whatsoever, so far, so good. As you guys know, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I will keep you updated as I continue to use these. Before the end of the Sephora savings event, I tried to squeeze in a little update as I continue to use these products in case you want to get a last minute order in for any amazing products that I discover. And so far, so good with this one. Like I said though, the Sephora savings event is the time to also restock on your classic products that you know you're going to continue using just to get that 20% off if you're rouge like me. So I re-upped on my all-time favorite setting powder from Huda Beauty. It's their Easy Bake Loose Setting Powder. I hadn't gotten the shade Pound Cake yet in the new packaging, so we are all upgraded now. This is just the best loose setting powder on the market. It's lightweight, but it really does smooth the skin. It erases pores. It makes concealers last longer. I mean, I don't know what else to say. It is the best powder on the market. I've been through countless numbers of these powders, and I'm very, very picky with my powders. So this was a little re-up for me, something that I am continuously repurchasing. So you know I love it. You know I had to get another one while I could. I got a new foundation to try as well. I'm sorry it took so long for me to get in on this, but I got the new Makeup by Mario foundation. This is the Surreal Skin Natural Finish Foundation. I picked up a pretty good shade for myself, 4.5N, and I'm telling you, as I said earlier, matte skin is in. This definitely gives a more matte finish, which is going to be really nice for the winter time and especially nice for my oily skinned friends. Now, the original or first foundation in his line, I think, is a little bit more suited towards dry skin like myself, but it was quite full coverage and very, very perfecting. This one has a little bit more of a matte natural finish to it. It looks really, really nice. Now for my skin, I'd need to aid in that with setting spray, with a good hydrating base routine prior, but I think it makes the skin look really airbrushed, especially if I make sure I have the proper prep and I'm pairing it with appropriate products for my skin type. I can absolutely make this work for my skin type. I mean, my skin looks amazing right now. It looks smooth between this foundation, between the concealer, between my favorite setting powder. I have a pretty darn flawless base right now. So far, so good. Definitely not as suited towards dry skin. Definitely, I think, better for oily, but I am looking forward to making this work for me regardless, because I can already tell it's gonna be a good, long-lasting one. So that's my first impressions on that thus far. Will continue because I obviously need to get more wear time in with this. I actually got asked a lot about this when it first launched from House Labs. The Precision Sculpt Shaping Balm. It's a little bit of a, it's not a little bit, it's a stick with a balm in here that's kind of small, but it blended out beautifully on my face. I ended up with the shade Sculpt, which is the perfect contour shade for my skin tone, you guys. It's not too brown, but it's also not too gray. It doesn't have too much warmth in there, so I wouldn't call it a bronzer, but it gives a really gorgeous winter kind of sculpt here where I still have color to my face, but it's not ill-fitting orange or summery sun-kissed. It's more of like I'm sculpted for the winter. We aren't gaining that winter weight because we got our cheekbones popping, and it's because of this. It blended out super easily. I tried it, as you saw, by just drawing it on and blending it out. It worked good. It worked great when I ran my brush over it. I think it's a great color for nose contour as well. So far, so good. This meshed beautifully, by the way, with the Makeup by Mario foundation, because I think this, with the balmy consistency, is a little bit more hydrating, so it just melted in like butter, like they were partners in crime. So I just love how beautiful and sculpted my face looks right now. And I don't have any powder bronzer over or anything. It just looked that way. I'm having a great makeup day. Now, just like old times, I picked up some eyeshadow palettes. Can you believe? It's not an eyeshadow boom, but we have some interesting eyeshadow palette launches. So I got in on them. Hold on, I'm thirsty. You guys, I have not picked up a Tom Ford quad in a couple years, I want to say. I used to be a huge collector. I did fall off. The new color stories weren't speaking to me. They were discontinuing color stories left and right. But when I was on the website, I saw a color story that I had to have for fall. I figured it'd been long enough. And pricier items like these are such a good time to pick up during the Sephora savings event because this cost an arm and a leg, kind of, you know? So I took advantage. This color is gorgeous. I've been like gatekeeping it. It's olive smoke. This is the most stunning array of fall tones. It's earthy. It has this black that you can use for eyeliner. So I used it for my look today. It's just a really chic, simple fall look. I could do much more with this if I wanted to. I could make this green pop out much more, but I wanted to do in kind of typical Tom Ford fashion, just an effortless chic eye. So I started off with this shade and I used it all over my crease. Even though it is a shimmer shade, do not fear, it will be beautiful in the crease regardless, trust me. And then I went in with this beautiful olive tone and I put it on the outer half of my lid and I made the effort to blend it out. I didn't want it to be too harsh, though I could get a beautiful look with it all over as almost like a smoky olive look, hence the name Olive Smoke, I guess, of the palette, right? But I wanted to try this glossy, glazy kind of gold all over my lid, so that's what's giving this gorgeous glow. I also did run this shade and this shade along my lower lash line, and then I finally finished off with the black shade as my eyeliner. It's a little bit of a softer black. It's not the most intense black you'll ever use, but that's also going to make it a lot easier to work with. It's been such a long time since I've messed with a new Tom Ford palette, so this was fun. This was a little treat to myself item because I didn't need it by any means. It's not like the newest, hottest item on the market, but it was something that just spoke to me. It has these beautiful, beautiful tones, and so far it's gorgeous. I love this look. I'm gonna have to make sure I get a lot of use out of this fall. So this was a little fun purchase for me. But I also have kind of a similar vibe palette that was really beautiful as well, I thought, from ABH. This is the new Embers palette, which looks very similar to the collaboration that they did with Makeup by Mario back in the day. Do you remember that? And this palette just has some similar tones. Again, is this not screaming warm, yummy pumpkin fall vibes to you? From what I've swatched, it felt really creamy. There's no crazy glitters or anything here. It seems to be a pretty smooth metallic slash shimmer formulation. Of course, there's also matte in here, but I've noticed a lot of satins in here, so I haven't gotten the chance to put this on my eyes yet, so I can't give you a full review, but just based on how it felt super smooth. I don't think I'm gonna have any issues with this, and if you're looking for a beautiful, I would say more subdued fall palette, I think this is a great one. I really like these little 9-panners from ABH. They're a great size, but you get a lot of options with colors in here. So I'm gonna have to see what looks I can create with this. You know the drill. Stay tuned. You'll hear more about this from me. I also got my mother a gift. This is something she was dying for. I've already done the full review and everything for this. My mom wanted the Natasha Denona Eye Sculpt Texture and Tone Palette, the Dramatic Palette. So probably like a month ago, Natasha Denona launched 2 of these texture and tone eyeshadow palettes. This is the one that's better suited towards deeper complexions, but I don't think it matters. I think that this palette is beautiful regardless. This one has that extra row of shimmers here. I'm able to make this palette work for myself. It's that beautiful Natasha Denona formula, and if you're into neutrals, I think you're gonna really love this one. She specifically requested this as she is also a neutral lover, and I just know she's gonna get some beautiful everyday looks with this palette. So this is a Morgan approved purchase, which is why I am gifting this to her, but I already have swatches and everything, a full video if you want to check out my thoughts on it. If you love a big palette with a lot of options and you love neutrals, definitely look into Natasha Denona. Natasha Denona is a fabulous brand to pick up during the Sephora savings event because they are pricier to begin with. They don't go on sale too often. And so if there's something in particular that you had your eye on, this will be the first time you can get this one at a lesser price. I did get a holiday set. I did tell you this is the time to do it. If you're looking into any holiday sets to pick up, whether for yourself or for other people, there are like hundreds already out there at Sephora, and this is one that caught my eye right away. I had to have it from Summer Fridays. It's the Holiday Trio. So in it, you're getting the Jet Lag Mask, which is a very nice hydrating mask for the winter time for my dry skin. But what really caught my eye here are the 2 limited edition lip butter balm flavors in delicious holiday flavors. They are full size. They are limited edition and exclusive to the set. And even though I say these are also sheer, I don't care. I love the flavors. So this first one, Toasted Marshmallow, and I swear it has that little extra gleam on the lips, like a little bit of an iridescence. So this one smells amazing. And then per the holiday season, we have Hot Cocoa, which is the one I'm going to put on right now. But my lips love these. They get really hydrated with this formula. And I think it has the prettiest glow on the lips, and it lasts a long time. So I use these babies all winter because my lips get so dry in the winter and achy and cracky. And I don't know, nobody does it like Summer Fridays for me. My lips love this product. So this is a fabulous set because of the two limited edition flavors, but you also get a great mask. And it's the winter season, so our skin is a little bit more dry. So I thought that this was a fabulous set. Another little Sephora pickup, another mask, but this one is fun. This one is fall themed. It sounded delicious. The Hydrating Face Mask in Caramel Macchiato fragrance. How delicious does that sound? It just sounded fun. Like I said, I really like the masks from Sephora collection. They're those kind of things where I'll pick it up at the end of my purchase. And again, you get that 30% off on these. And I'm just excited about this. I bet you this is going to smell amazing. I'm going to put this on my bedside. What a great fall treat to yourself for some skincare. So don't sleep on this section. Add these little guys at the end. It'll be fun. You'll have fun with it. I got a new cleanser. Actually, my mom wanted this. So this is her request. She enjoys the Shiseido skincare line. So she got the clarifying cleansing foam. This is nice and thick. She likes a cleanser that really lathers on the skin and leaves like a hydrating feel behind. Nothing like residue by any means, but just leaves the skin feeling clean and hydrated. And I believe that's how she feels about this one. And not a ton of people talk about Shiseido skincare, but my mother has been using Shiseido skincare for as long as I can remember. You can't even tell. She looks so young, you guys. So take the tips from her. She loves herself some Shiseido skincare, so she wanted a re-up on this. And then I also got some hair ties. Random, but Sephora's got it all. So I like these hair ties because they don't tug on the hair at all and they don't pull out the hair. So these are from the brand Maine, who also has some great hair tools as well. It's just a set of these pastel colored hair ties. Again, just something that you need. Pick them up at Sephora. So that is what I'm closing off for my first of who knows how many orders during this Sephora savings event. I think we did good. We got a lot of good stuffs. So like I said, all of the products that I mentioned today, I will have linked down below for you guys to shop, and you can also find them at Sephora and Sephora.com. Again, a huge thank you to Sephora for trusting me and working with me on today's video. I will have all of the details for the Sephora savings event down below with the dates, the tiers, everything that you guys need to know. If you're shopping online, don't forget to use the code EVERYTHING to shop. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I could help you add things to your list if you were looking. Let me know, have you picked up anything already? What did you get? I want to hear. you guys know this is my Super Bowl pretty much, so you will be hearing a lot more about Sephora in the next coming week. Lots of amazing product recommendations. There's just a huge influx of brand new products that I can't wait to give you guys my thoughts on. So I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys, have a good one.
It's delicious.